Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and receive. Welcome to your 10-minute morning send-off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So today we are going to talk about how to invite good fortune when you feel stressed. So if you're among those that are arriving bright and early and the technology is working with you and for you, I'm going to give you a little something to think about as we warm up the space to receive more people. And it is this. If you're stressed out in any way, and maybe you can think about people in your life if you want to be supportive of them, I'm going to invite you to think about two things. One is, what is the cause of your stress? And number two is, what do you think needs to change in order to relieve that stress, to feel unstressed, to feel better? Imagine, how would you feel if you were not stressed? Because when we're stressed, usually that's all we can imagine is more stress. So what is the cause of your stress and what needs to change? And I invite you to put that, maybe 2 words, one for each of those questions, in the comments section. That always helps me, kind of focus the conversation today as I see little things pop up. So if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I am passionate about teaching people the very real, the very tangible, the very effective skill set of receiving. The skill set of receiving, because most people have no idea how to receive. Most people know how to work hard, how to hunt, how to pursue, how to figure things out and problem solve and take a lot of action and make strategies and timelines. A lot of people know how to do that, or at least just to be in hunter mode, right? But to actually get to the point where you receive everything you're working for, that is its own skill set. And so if this feels like it's resonating for you, then I invite you to settle in and really let in what we're going to talk about today. So each morning, I pull one card from my brand new Receive card deck, and I illuminate a receiving principle that you can take into your life. And the whole point of the Receive card deck, which it's in development, and if you're interested in getting your own, please go to receivecarddeck.com, put in your name and email, and I will keep you posted on when they are ready for purchase. What this card deck is about is it is designed to help you get unstuck in your manifestation efforts by exploring and practicing and learning about the skill set of receiving. Because when you unlearn struggle, receiving simply happens. It's just the natural byproduct of unlearning struggle. But beyond that, you start to really realize that life always offers kindness. So there's so much joy, peace, abundance, freedom, prosperity that is right here, right now. But if you don't know how to receive it, you'll just keep chasing it for eternity. So I'm all about unlearning struggle so you can receive your fulfillment. So with that, one of the things that causes a struggle is stress. And today's card, in support of unlearning stress and inviting good fortune, is this. This is the title of the card. So I invite you to sit back, lean back, puts you in receiving mode. Take a breath. And I'm not going to read the whole card because I already did a whole video on this, and I'll include the link for that if you'd like to get the whole download on the Receive Space for You card. But I did pull out a couple excerpts, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So here's the highlights. Receive space for you. Space is one of those words that we hear a lot, yet often with little understanding of the many ways it matters to our sense of self, to our well-being, and to our capacity to receive our fulfillment with ease. When there is space for you, whether in your daily schedule, in your relationships, in your job, or in your physical environment, in the depths of your being, you know you matter. It's easy to get lost in the needs and demands of the world. It's common to think that feeling stressed and drained is just the way life is. But this is untrue. Life always offers kindness, but it's up to you to make a space to receive it. As long as you neglect this need for space, you will struggle. So the card goes on to tell us, your consciousness creates your reality. When you embody the consciousness of, there is space for me, I matter, my feelings matter, I'm willing to have my needs met, I'm willing to have my wants heard, knowing myself is important, then the physical world will mirror these exact experiences as manifestations. Where you matter, your feelings are important, your needs are met, and your wants are heard, and knowing you matters. As you make space to receive yourself, you receive your fulfillment. So here's the willingness mantra for the day. If you do nothing else, if you take nothing else away from today's Rise and Receive, take this mantra. See if you can notice whenever you feel stressed. Say it, sing it, breathe it, sleep it. You cannot say these mantras enough because you are training your awareness. And with receiving, awareness is the key to everything. Here's the mantra. I am willing to joyfully receive space for me. I am willing to joyfully receive space for me. So now, let's unpack this a bit. If you identified, for those of you who arrived early, you said, this is the thing that causes me stress and this is what needs to change. So if you're if you're just arriving now, you might want to write that down for yourself, put it in the comments and think about it. What is the cause of my stress? And what needs to change to alleviate that stress? So what I'm here to offer you today is whatever you think is the cause and whatever you think needs to change, I'm going to invite you to consider that the cause and the thing that needs to change has everything to do with space for you. Because when you're stressed, the space, that is you, because we are beings, human beings, not human doings. And as a human being, you receive all day long. You are a space in which you receive all day long. The key is, what are you receiving? Are you receiving you? Are you receiving the things that matter to you? Or are you receiving the needs, demands, expectations, all of life, and just letting that into the space that is you? Okay? So space is the key to all of this. As I teach in my Receive course, awareness is the key to everything. So as we become aware, we start to open up a space to see what we are receiving. Here's the thing that most people don't realize. It's not a matter of how do I receive. It's actually a matter of what am I receiving, because we receive all day long. And as you become aware and start practicing caring for the space in which you receive, you start to become an invitation for the kindness of life. So what I want to talk about today is what I call microspaces. Microspaces. All right. So when there is stress, when you feel stress, when you feel like your life's all about stress, when you feel like there's no space for you, I'm going to tell you that there is space for you. We already have space. And we can begin by looking at what are those micro spaces that already exist in your life. Okay, so this is something you can do today, you can do right now. And I'm going to give you some ideas about where there is space for you. Okay, there is space for you when you go to the bathroom and close the door. There's space for you when you go to bed at night and you're sitting in bed, and that is your time to unwind and get ready for rest. There's actually space for you in the morning. Sometimes we jump out of bed and just off we are, reacting to the stressors of our lives, but you actually have space in the morning and you get to decide what to do with it. There's space for you, let's see, so I said in the bathroom, in the car, maybe if you have 10 minutes on the way to run an errand, at night when you go to bed, in the morning when you wake up. In the shower is another great space for you because most people are going to be by themselves in the shower. Now, here's the thing about space. What you do with that space determines on whether that microspace is for you or it's to fill up with the stressors of life. Most people use those microspaces to invite and accept and receive more stressors. So the key to making the most of microspaces is that you designate them for yourself. Another one of my favorite microspaces when I had a very full life with 2 businesses and kids and a mother and a business partner and transitions, and there was so much going on. Another favorite space for me, microspace, was my nightstand with a book on the table. And so some of the ways you can designate these microspaces is put things in those spaces because environment is key to changing your habits. That comes from a book called Atomic Habits, using and creating environments that help you designate those microspaces to create a new job for those spaces that's all about you and nurturing you and having space for you. So you can put sticky notes in your bathroom with affirmations. You can bookmark YouTube videos with guided meditations. You can have some CDs if you're old-fashioned in the car, or some things on a playlist that are uplifting, and YouTube videos, or just rise and receives would be great. You can have a book on your nightstand or the back of the toilet where you read one page. These micro spaces nourish you. And as you take that space for you, just like this card said, your consciousness is one of, there is space for me. I am receiving my needs, my wants, my nourishment, my feelings matter, my being matters. And as your consciousness becomes that, even in micro doses, micro spaces, remember your consciousness creates your reality, and where your attention goes, the energy flows. So whatever you give your attention to is going to expand, and you will start to see that whatever you need to create more space will expand for you in your life. And that is how you invite good fortune. Because here's the thing about invitation. Space is the invitation. Space is the invitation. What are you inviting? That's where all your power is. So if you invite things that are telling life, I am worthy of receiving so much goodness, so much good fortune, simply by how you treat yourself in these microspaces, you will be an invitation for more of that good fortune. So I hope you enjoyed this. I love talking about microspaces. It came up on a Q&A call yesterday in the Receive course, and we unpacked it a bit, and I thought we need to talk about this at Rise and Receive. So here's your mantra for the day. If you are stressed and you want to invite good fortune, notice when you're stressed, stop, take a breath. I am willing to joyfully receive space for me. So I hope you like this. If you did, please like, please share, please subscribe if you're on YouTube. It really helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve, and I really want to serve people. This is such a beautiful way to connect with your power, your fulfillment and your joy, and to do it with so much more ease. It's so effective. The kinds of things that people manifest in their lives when they take the time to just practice some new awareness principles, it's amazing. It's amazing. So if you'd like your own Receive card deck, go to receivecarddeck.com. I hope you'll share this with your friends. I hope you have a great weekend wherever you are, and I'll see you next week at Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.